مرحبا واهلا وسهلا فيكم. Hope you're all well and having a wonderful day. Happy New Year and welcome back, boys and girls. I hope you're all well and having a great day. Going back to the question which I posted in the community tab, and this is for you all guys, regardless whether you are just watching, you're a subscriber, or you're a supporter or a big fan of this channel. Every now and then I'll try to ask people questions and try to engage with you guys and hopefully try to find something that hopefully will everybody find it helpful. So if you're new to here and you don't know that actually I post from time to time a number of questions to everybody, go to the community tab and you'll see a number of questions. And lately I have posted a question on what would you like to see more or less of on this channel, as I'm trying to help you all in the most and best possible way. If you would like to have an input, go to the community tab. There's the question, post your questions, and then I'll put all these requests on a list and I will gradually go through them. With that topic out of the way, coming back to today's session. And today's session we'll be learning 10 more common Levantine Arabic phrases. And of course, I'll give you an example or more. So hopefully you could understand how to use these phrases. This is our part 4, and I'd like to highlight that some of you commented on the previous ones that some of the sentences or some of the phrases are a little bit more advanced. That is true, because most of these phrases are for all levels. However, they're aimed at upper intermediate and upwards. Of course, these phrases, and they're not just hi, hello. We are past that. However, I will be trying to make some more tutorials aimed at absolute beginners. So if you're an absolute beginner, go back to the community tab, and I've asked the question 2 weeks ago or 1 week ago. All you need to do is just to go there. Hi, I'm an absolute beginner. I'd like to watch this. So put that down there, and then hopefully I'll put them all in a list and I will make some tutorials for you all. Coming back to today's session, all these 10 phrases, they're aimed at all levels. However, some of you might find some of these phrases a little bit difficult, but there's no harm of practicing them. It's just one little phrase and there's an example. You could just use the example to use it and practice it. What would be really helpful is if that you pause the video, write it down, try to practice it, try to imitate me. Try to imitate my pronunciation, but most importantly, try to write it on a flashcard and practice it. So hopefully at the end you maximize your learning experience. Great guys, without further ado, let's have a look at these phrases and get practicing. Our first phrase is I'd like you to. So I would like you to. And here we've got three ways of saying this phrase in English, or the equivalent in English. So some of these are kind of gradually go from basic to intermediate to really simple. I mean, to be honest, there's any graduation there. I would say the phrase in green is a little bit harder for some of you. However, the first and the third are really simple, and probably a lot of you know them. Again, this is not a direct translation, but this is an overall translation, because in Arabic we always tend to use more of a request rather than order. So the first one, if you would use, you could say fik. Fik, so I would like you to. Fik, and that's if you're asking a guy, a man. Fik, followed by a verb. And if you're talking to a woman, you would say fiki. Fiki, I would like you to, or can you. Fik, fiki. Moving on to the next, or if we call it synonym, عمول معروف. عمول معروف, عمول معروف, the literal translation for it, which means do me a favor. So you hear you're requesting, you're asking kindly, you're not being rude. So عمول معروف, do me a favor, but the overall translation means I would like you to. And if you're talking, that's if you're talking to a man. If you're talking to a woman, you would say عملي معروف. عملي معروف. عملي معروف. So if you're talking to a man, you would say عمول معروف. And if you're talking to a woman, you would say عملي معروف. And of course, would be followed by the rest of the sentence, and the order or command or the request you're asking will come after it. Another simpler one is لو سمحت. لو سمحت, which means please. So here is a very polite request. لو سمحت, please, asking a man. لو سمحت. لو سمحت, And if you ask a woman, you would say لو سمحتي. لو سمحتي. ممكن. ممكن, which means is it possible. So both of these phrases would be followed by ممكن, is it possible. So you could say لو سمحت ممكن if you're asking a man. لو سمحت ممكن. And if you ask a woman, you would say لو سمحتي ممكن. And again, it will be followed by the request or the rest of the sentence. I've got an example for you. عمول معروف ممكن تبعت الطبيب. عمول معروف ممكن تبعت الطبيب. عمول معروف ممكن تبعت الطبيب. عمول معروف, can you do me a favor? ممكن, is it possible? Could you? تبعت, to send. الطبيب, the doctor. عمول معروف ممكن تبعت الطبيب. Our next phrase, I'd hate for you. And in Arabic we say ما بتمنى لك. ما بتمنى لك. ما بتمنى لك. And that's if you're talking to a man. ما بتمنى لك. That's if you're talking to women. ما بتمنى لكن if you're talking to a man and a woman or more. So we're talking plural. Also, to answer directly to the question which was as a comment to one of the other videos, is that you find it confusing all these variations if you're talking to a man or woman or group of people. I understand that, but that is very important part of the language. So you won't use one phrase talking to a man, a woman, and a group of people. That's how Arabic or how languages differ from one to another. And that's the same case between French, English, German, Italian, Spanish, Portuguese. That's how languages differ from one to another. Similarly, in Arabic, you cannot address a man on the same way you address a woman, or you address a singular the same way you address two people. So that's how the language variation comes. And imagine if you've got a group of people and you use one form. So how would they know who you're talking, who you're addressing? So for that particular reason, in Arabic, we have a certain conjugation for a certain person. And if you're struggling with this or trying to get your head around it, I have made tons of videos, approximately 250 videos on verb conjugation and possessive pronouns. So I would definitely recommend that you go back and have a look at them and try to familiarize yourself with that, and hopefully it will answer a lot of your questions. So back again to the phrase, it's very important to know the right phrase when you're talking to a certain person or individual. ما بتمنى لك if you're talking to a man. ما بتمنى لك if you're talking to a woman. ما بتمنى لكن if you're talking to a group of people, two or more. I've got an example for you. ما بتمنى لك تمرض. ما بتمنى لك تمرض. الله يحميك. That's optional. ما بتمنى لك تمرض. ما بتمنى لك تمرض. And the translation, I'd hate for you to get sick. Allah yahmeek, it means may Allah keep you safe or healthy. So Allah yahmeek, it comes from the verb hama, which means to protect or keep safe. ما بتمنى لك تمرض, Allah yahmeek. Our next phrase, if it hadn't been for. And in Arabic we have لولا. لولا, so much shorter in Arabic. We've got an example for you. لولا مساعدتكن لكنت رسبت في الامتحان. لولا مساعدتكن لكنت رسبت في الامتحان. لولا مساعدتكن لكنت رسبت في الامتحان. If it hadn't been for your help, I would have failed the exam. لولا, if it hadn't. مساعدتكن, you help. لكنت, I would have. رسبت, failed. The exam, في الامتحان. Our next phrase, if there is one thing that, it is. And in Arabic we say إذا كان في هنيك شي واحد فهو. إذا كان في هونيك شي واحد فهو. And we've got an example for you. إذا كان في هونيك شي واحد بيزعجني فهو الأشخاص يلي ما بيوفوا بوعودهم. إذا كان في هونيك شي واحد بيزعجني فهو الأشخاص the people يلي who ما not بيوفوا do not keep ما بيوفوا do not keep be by وعودهم their promises وعودهم their promises. I'll give it one more read and you could read after me. إذا كان في هونيك شي واحد بيزعجني فهو الأشخاص يلي ما بيوفوا بوعودهم. إذا كان في هونيك شي واحد بيزعجني فهو الأشخاص يلي ما بيوفوا بوعودهم. So hopefully this example highlights the use of this phrase. I know the previous example was a little bit longer. However, I've got you a shorter example. And إذا كان في هونيك شي واحد بيثير اهتمامي فهو تصميم الأزياء. إذا كان في هونيك شي واحد, if there's one thing that بيثير اهتمامي, interests me, فهو it is تصميم الأزياء fashion design. تصميم الأزياء fashion design. You know me. I'll give another read. إذا كان في هناك شي واحد بيثير اهتمامي فهو تصميم الأزياء. Our next phrase, I have no idea. ما عندي أي فكرة. ما عندي أي فكرة. And I've got two examples for you, not one. ما كان عندي أي فكرة إنها كانت مديرتي الجديدة. ما كان عندي, I had no, أي فكرة, any idea, إنها, that, كانت, was, she was, مديرتي, my manager, الجديدة, the new, my new manager. I had no idea that she was my new manager. ما كان عندي أي فكرة إنها كانت مديرتي الجديدة. Our next example, ما عندي أي فكرة عن كيفية تداول العملات الأجنبية. ما عندي أي فكرة عن كيفية how تداول trading العملات الأجنبية is forex, foreign exchange. And the translation, I have no idea how to trade forex. ما عندي أي فكرة عن كيفية تداول العملات الأجنبية. I'm going to give these two examples one more read. ما كان عندي أي فكرة إنها كانت مديرتي الجديدة. ما عندي أي فكرة عن كيفية تداول العملات الأجنبية. And the phrase, I have no idea. ما عندي أي فكرة. Our next phrase, I have got to. ضروري ادرس أكتر. ضروري, I have got to. ادرس, to study. أكتر, more. I've got to study more. ضروري ادرس أكتر. ضروري ادعم قناتي المفضلة على يوتيوب. ضروري, I have got to. ادعم, to support. قناتي, my channel. المفضلة, the favorite. على, on. YouTube is YouTube, which means I've got to support my favorite YouTube channel. Now you've got no excuse. ضروري ادعم قناتي المفضلة على يوتيوب. Our next example, ضروري تجرب or تدوق هالطبق الفلسطيني. ضروري, you have got to. تجرب, to try. تدوق, to taste. هالطبق, which means this dish, ها, which means this. الطبق, طبق, which means dish. الفلسطيني, Palestinian. You've got to try this Palestinian dish. I'm going to give these three sentences, three examples, another read. ضروري ادرس أكتر. I've got to study more. ضروري ادعم قناتي المفضلة على YouTube. I've got to support my favorite channel on YouTube, and I'm hoping you're here. This is your favorite. Do let me know if this is your favorite in the comment section below. Our third example. ضروري تجرب or تدوق هالطبق الفلسطيني. You've got to try this Palestinian dish. And there are many amazing, delicious Palestinian dishes, and one of my favorite is called مسخن. مسخن, which is chicken with sumac. Do let me know what's your favorite Palestinian dish in the comment section below, guys, and hopefully other people might benefit. So yeah, leave in the comment section below. So my favorite is مسخن. مسخن. Our next phrase, as soon as possible. بأسرع وقت ممكن. بأسرع وقت ممكن. بأسرع وقت ممكن. As soon as possible. We'll get two examples for you. رح أرجع بأسرع وقت ممكن. رح أرجع بأسرع وقت ممكن. I'll return as soon as possible. دير بالك قدر الإمكان. دير بالك قدر الإمكان, which means try to be as careful as possible. دير بالك قدر الإمكان, and that's if you're talking to a man. Our next phrase, I will let you know. رح خبرك. رح, which means will. خبر is to tell or to let know, and أك if you're talking to a man. رح خبرك, I will let you know. And that's if you're talking to a man. If you're talking to women, you would just bring the prefix رح to here, and you would say رح خبرك. رح خبرك. If you're talking to women, رح خبرك, I'll let you know. رح خبرك. I've got an example for you. رح خبرك بس روح للاجتماع. رح خبرك, I'll let you know, بس روح للاجتماع, when I head to the meeting. Or رح خبرك بس خلص العرض. رح خبرك بس خلص العرض. رح خبرك بس روح للاجتماع. I'll let you know when I'm leaving to the meeting or for the meeting. رح خبرك بس خلص العرض. I will let you know when I finish the presentation. رح خبرك بس خلص العرض. Our next phrase, I'd be grateful. And we've got بكون ممنونك. بكون ممنونك, and that's if you're talking to a man. بكون ممنونك, I'd be grateful to you. And if you're talking to women, you just bring the prefix بكون and add it here to the beginning. So you'd say بكون ممنونك. بكون ممنونك. بكون ممنونك, and that's if you're talking to a woman. بكون ممنونك. بكون ممنونك. بكون ممنونك if you're talking to a man. I've got two examples for you. بكون ممنونك على المساعدة. بكون ممنونك على المساعدة. And that's if you're talking to a man. I'd be grateful for the help. بكون ممنونك على for المساعدة, the help. I'd be grateful for the help. Our next example. بكون ممنونك لو بتصلح السيارة بكرة. بكون ممنونك لو بتصلح if you can fix. لو بتصلح if you can fix or if you fix. So صلح is to fix. And that's one of the verbs I have conjugated on all these tenses. السيارة, the car, بكرة, tomorrow. I'd be grateful if you can fix the car tomorrow. Our next phrase is I'm afraid, sadly, unfortunately, and all of them we've got this lovely phrase in Arabic is used. للأسف. 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 And I've got two examples for you. للأسف نحن قررنا نقبل عرض الشركة الثانية. للأسف I'm afraid نحن قررنا we decided نقبل أو نقبل to accept عرض offer الشركة company الثانية the second. للأسف نحن قررنا نقبل عرض الشركة الثانية. للأسف نحن قررنا نقبل عرض الشركة الثانية. I'm afraid we decided to accept the second company's offer. Our second example. للأسف ما رح أقدر أجي على الوقت. للأسف ما رح أقدر أجي على الوقت. And it means I'm afraid I cannot make it. للأسف ما رح أقدر أجي على الوقت. Right guys, and with this we've reached our 10th common phrase for today's tutorial. I really hope you enjoyed it and found it helpful, and if you did, as always, don't forget to hit that like button and share with your friends and family, so hopefully they as well enjoy as much as you are. Once more, I wish you all a wonderful year ahead, full of health and happiness, and hopefully for more tutorials to help you all guys, so don't forget to support the channel. Till next time, stay safe. Ma salame.